The Jewish National Fund, or Keren Kayemet LeIsrael as it is known in Israel, is Israel's leading environmental organization, charged with the sustainable development of the land of Israel and ensuring a clean, healthy, and productive future for all of its citizens. For more than 100 years, the Jewish National Fund has been the vital link between the land, the citizens of Israel, the Jewish people, and the friends of Israel around the world. The JNF took barren land and made it productive, created agricultural communities, planted forests, and then discovered ways to conserve, maintain, rehabilitate, and maximize Israel's scarce water resources. But the story of the Jewish National Fund is not only about making the land more sustainable and productive. It is about tikkun olam, the Jewish concept of repairing the world. From helping to develop biological methods to combat insect infestations, to investments in the 21st century nanotechnology to ensure an adequate supply of fresh, clean water, the JNF has been instrumental in making Israel a better place to live for all Israelis. For those looking to escape the stress of everyday life in Israel, the JNF has created thousands of picnic and recreational areas around the country, accessible for all Israelis. For those into a healthy, active lifestyle, there are hundreds of kilometers of trails and scenic routes for hiking and biking. In the south, in the Negev and Arava deserts, farmers and scientists are working together with the JNF to roll back the desert. With our help and expertise, they are growing new crops, especially suited to the growing interest in a healthier food consumption around the world. Our infrastructure projects have laid the foundations for the establishment of farmsteads, villages, and towns to accommodate the waves of a new generation of Israelis. Throughout the central and northern parts of the country, we have rehabilitated streams and created new ecosystems where once there was desolation, pollution, and erosion. And by safeguarding and developing Israel's natural habitats, such as the Hula Valley Bird Sanctuary, we are also helping to protect indigenous and migratory wildlife and providing care and rehabilitation to threatened species, a challenge that JNF has taken on as a guardian of Israel's ecological diversity. And whilst preparing hundreds of thousands of acres of land as the bedrock of a growing modern Jewish state, the Jewish National Fund has also been fostering an environment of cooperation by sharing its expertise and environmental knowledge with countries around the world. In forest management, the JNF has helped many countries, including Indonesia and Rwanda, deal with reforestation and enhance agricultural efficiency, technology that is bringing hope and opportunity to people everywhere. The Jewish National Fund is also committed to strengthening a love of Israel, its ecology, history, and heritage, bringing a passion for eco-Zionism to new generations of world Jewry through its development of educational materials in numerous languages for schools around the world. To further its goal within Israel, the JNF has expanded its educational activities, introducing exciting and meaningful programs to teach children about ecology and to instill them in a healthy respect for the environment in which they live. And it is this initiative, known throughout Israel as Ma'of, that is the focus of this year's Toronto Negev Dinner. Our 2009 honorees, Tony and Elizabeth Comper, are known throughout Canada for their commitment to fighting anti-Semitism and to enhancing the educational experiences of young people, both in Canada and now Israel.
יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם.
JNF, KKL in Israel, kind of puts its arms around the land and looks after the state of Israel. But we were intrigued by the particular project that we're supporting as part of the JNF Negev Dinner this year, which is the MOVE project, which is an educational program targeted towards lower socioeconomic olim, immigrant children, to teach them about Zionism, Israel, Judaism, and more importantly and increasingly, the ecology of Israel and things that are being done to improve that.
It is important to me because I was a teacher, And so the children are important to me, but on this trip to Israel, what else was important to me, and we often forget, is the quality of the teachers that we visited with too. It's all one big circle. They were wonderful, and I felt such a connection with them. For me to be in these classrooms for 2 days, I thought I was in heaven. So it's just a whole circle. It's the whole circle of wonderful teachers and these wonderful children.
I come away from thinking about philanthropy, and it tends to have assumed a connotation of people signing big checks and things of that nature. And the definition I prefer of philanthropy is private initiatives for the public good. And that creates a much bigger tent with that everyone can participate.
Every human being has a strength, has a passion, and they can make a difference.
Well, I think that the JNF and in particular the Ma'av project that we're supporting is very, very important. And it's important for several reasons, one of which is because it's focusing on education and the youth of Israel, and in particular those who have come from afar and come into Israel, and making sure that they are inculcated with the values of the Israelis.
With the rise of anti-Semitism around the world, it's really, really important that JNF can expand this program and build more centers so that these children will be safe and secure. And that's why we have to support this project in JNF.
I mean, when you look at the contribution that Israel has made, whether it's in the realm of medicine or science or any field of education, for a relatively small country, the contribution that has come out of Israel benefits everyone around the world.
And what is so important about this project is it mirrors the values of Israel so much. It's so palpable to see it.
The contribution is can't be overestimated.
יבוא שלום עלינו, יבוא שלום עלינו, יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. יבוא שלום עלינו, יבוא שלום עלינו, יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. סלאם עלינו ועל כל העולם. סלאם, סלאם, סלאם עלינו ועל כל העולם. סלאם.
The history of the Jewish National Fund is one of partnership. Partnership with the State of Israel, partnership with Jewish communities worldwide, and partnership with extraordinary individuals, such as our honorees tonight, Tony and Elizabeth Comper. It is a true partnership based on a shared vision, that of Tikkun Olam, repairing the world.